Hello Capricorn, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with your bonus reading for the second half of October. Hope you guys are doing well and managing okay. This is a general reading as always, guys, and it will not resonate with every single person, so please do take from it what makes sense for you and release the rest. If you are interested in your own personal private reading, that information is down below, and I will include a link to all of the card decks and creators that you see here today, Capricorn. So we're going to take a look to see, are you fated to be together with this person, or is it really time to say farewell to the connection? These are the three decks that we'll be using for your focus messages here today. The Sands of Time Oracle is the first deck by Jennifer Aquarius Tarot. Then we'll go ahead and grab a message from my deck, the X Oracle, and then we'll grab a message from the Arrows of Love deck by Mystic Moon. So let's get started here, Capricorn, and see what comes through in this reading for you. And as always, cross watchers and anyone else guided to tune into this reading, you are welcome to view this reading and take whatever messages make sense. All right, guys, let's grab our first focus message. Okay, we've got misguided. There's this misguided energy that's surrounding this connection. So, of course, we're going to have to see why that's coming through in that way, why it's coming through as a first focus. Who's misguided? Is it the overall vibe of the connection? Did somebody get lost along the way? All right, let's grab a message from your person. And let's see what it is that they want to say. We have a yes right here. You know, could this be your person acknowledging that they were misguided somehow as far as actions that they might have taken? Maybe they've got regrets over what happened between the two of you. This could also be clarification that they understand and know that you guys are destined and fated to be together. So it's too soon to call it. We'll have to see what the rest of the cards bring forward here. All right, Capricorn, so let's go ahead and grab your third focus message from the Arrows of Love. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Capricorn for this bonus reading, second half of October. All right, what's your third focus card? Let's grab this one here in the corner. We have love cords. Okay, so for me, whenever I see this, it kind of reminds me of this bond, this particular invisible cord that is between the two of you. And it's these love cords that keep you guys attached somehow, you know, that energetically, telepathically, maybe you guys are still connecting in the fifth dimension, even though you are not together. Because ultimately, the focus of this reading, are you fated to be together? But we are focusing on those of you more than likely who are in separation. So regardless of the separation and distance, what's coming through here is that you guys might still be connecting and feeling their presence regardless. Okay, Capricorn, so let's go ahead and grab some messages from the Fated Love Oracle, another deck by Jennifer Aquarius Tarot. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Capricorn for this bonus reading. Second half of October. We have a yes answer. That could actually be a good thing, you know? But we'll see what that refers to. For Capricorn, provider spoils you. So when you guys were together, maybe this person really went out of their way to give you everything that they possibly could. But what I'm also feeling here, and part of this misguided energy, is that maybe they felt the need to reward you, so to speak, with all of the material things that they could give you. Maybe they were really well off financially. This person could have been well off, you know, and just wealthy. Money was no object, and maybe they just kind of gifted you with so many things that there was nothing that really you could have ever wanted. But the one thing that they were misguided about is ultimately you can't buy love, you know? So if that was missing, if the emotional connection somehow was out of balance, perhaps that's why it's coming through in the way that it is, you know? And some of you guys are coming through with this old-fashioned energy, You know, you're kind of old school. You like things how the traditional way of interacting in a relationship, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that. Same page. Okay, so perhaps at one point in time you guys were on the same page and you had the same vision for this partnership. Somewhere along the line, this person's misguided energies got in the way and they ended up getting lost somehow from the connection, or lost their way, really. They just weren't able to focus on ultimately where they wanted to take this relationship. But we've got solutions and resolutions, which is great because this is letting us know here that you guys can work through this, find a solution to the problems that are overwhelming this relationship, and come up with some way to be able to fix the issues that are truly causing havoc and chaos in this relationship. And look at this, fated love, okay? That's the focus of this reading. Are you guys fated to be together? You guys were destined to meet in this lifetime, that's for sure. This is a fated love that's coming through. Look at this. I choose you. They choose you, Capricorn. They still want you. Do you still want them? I feel you do. Going back to the love cords once again. You know, because if you didn't, you would have probably cut off these love cords and cut off these ties that you have to this person, even if it is in your heart space. You know, walking away sometimes, that's the easy part, but walking away in your heart, not so easy. So let's add to this. Let's see what else needs to come through for the two of you. This is the Fire and Ice Lenormand deck. This is by Angelic Revelation 144. And she was nice enough to give me the second edition of this deck, so I'll definitely be featuring that in a future reading. Angels and spirit guides, please. We have the Well. So the Well represents, I can't speak today, represents the Well represents resources, creativity, healing, and wishes can be realized with dedication. You know, make a wish, that wishing well. No doubt, this is a relationship that needs healing since you guys are in separation, and a wish can still come true here, Capricorn, between you and your person. And now we've got the energy of the Sun. Confidence, courage, success, and happiness. I mean, much the same way as it is in the tarot deck, it's such a very positive message, you know. It's all about joy, success, celebration, very positive energy, and the ultimate happiness that you could have ever shared with somebody. And then we have Fish, financial and spiritual abundance. You see, somebody is well off here. Somebody is really financially well off. I'm feeling, you know, maybe both of you guys could be as well, that you're actually able to stand on your own 2 feet. But what's coming through here is that when you guys were together, they definitely spoiled you. That could be reversed too for some of you, and maybe Capricorn, you were the one that spoiled them. But I feel somebody or both of you financially well off. This is coming through as a twin flame connection. You mirror each other for growth and healing. This is really good coming through in this way. It's falling right below solutions and resolutions. So you both want to be able to fix this. You both want to come up with a solution that will work for the both of you. And look at this. We've got the engagement ring coming through now. Harmony, union, partnership, and proposal. Falling right below fated love. And then we've got Stork, which is so awesome. Spring, upgrades, evolution, and family. And then we have Child. So you guys want to be able to have a family someday, it seems. You know, marriage, happiness, financially well off. You guys are coming through as twin flames. This is an engagement. Proposal of marriage. Coming together, building a life, sharing a home, having children someday. They still choose you, Capricorn. They want to be able to experience all of these things with you. So let's go ahead and grab some tarot messages. This is my tarot teacher for those who are not familiar. And I created this deck for those who are really interested in wanting to learn how to read tarot on your own, or for friends, for family, and it makes it super easy because it's all right here. Each card contains an upright and reversed meaning, so it takes the guessing game out of what each card means, so it makes it super easy to learn. If that's something you're interested in, the deck shop is down below, my link, as well as all of the other decks and creators that you see here today. So Capricorn, let's go ahead and add to this for this bonus reading for the second half of October. Let's see what else. What else do you need to be made aware of when it comes to this, what it appears to be a fated love connection? We do have the Two of Swords. So, for now, there is a stalemate. You guys are at a crossroads. And possibly because there's still healing that needs to happen here, So if you feel like you guys are stuck, you're not hearing from your person, that's because they perhaps are misguided and they need to be able to find themselves again, get themselves onto the same page as you. Maybe that's why it's coming through in that way. And also, maybe your person still needs a little bit more time to realize exactly what this is and what it is that they want. So maybe right now they're just weighing their options as to where they want to take their life, their love life certainly. So if they're undecided, if they're feeling like they're stuck, they're unable to make a decision, then that's creating a stalemate, okay? The Ten of Swords, no doubt. You guys had a very painful ending here. There were betrayals, possibly. A very painful collapse of the relationship, severing ties, okay? And it's interesting because remember, what I feel from the love cords is that you guys have this invisible tie, this rope that's binding you guys together energetically because you still love and care for one another. The Ten of Swords is severing those ties in the 3D world. But in the 5D world, you guys did not sever ties because I feel your hearts have always been connected. So yes, the relationship initially fell apart. Maybe there's a part of you that felt, that it was truly over and it's the end of the road. But look at this. Here we are again with the energy of the sun. It's coming through here twice in this reading. So it's fated. That we do know. This love story is not over. This is the ultimate happiness card in tarot. They want to feel that warmth with you once again, to enjoy their life with you. They feel fulfilled with you. This is cause for celebration right here because there's a potential reunion here that could lead towards marriage and happiness and truly building a life together. And then when you've got the Hierophant right next to it, so there's spiritual lessons for sure that need to be learned. And it's interesting how it says tradition, and that's what this is all about, old-fashioned tradition. That's what I'm feeling perhaps from you or for your person too. But this is commitment now. This is marriage. This is a couple that's meant to be. It's falling right below twin flame and right next to the sun's energies. So it looks really good. This is very interesting, this next card. We've got the Four of Pentacles. So this is somebody who's saving money, very conservative and frugal. Somebody who might tend to hoard either material things or money. Somebody who could be very stingy or greedy with that money. And that could have been a part of the issue too. At one point they were spoiling you. And then maybe that fizzled. And then all of a sudden they were just holding on to every penny. And they weren't wanting to share. The Four of Pentacles could also be a card of jealousy if there were third-party situations here. And it's also a card of scarcity and perhaps the lack of security. Wanting that security, wanting that stability, but kind of falling short of achieving that, This is also a card of holding on to people, possessions, or issues in the relationship. So if you feel, Capricorn, that your person was holding on to someone else perhaps rather than focusing on the connection, then that could have certainly contributed to the breakup, you know, and maybe that's why there's this jealous vibe presenting itself too. Maybe you were, of course, jealous of the other person that they were spending time with. And then with the Nine of Swords, I'm not surprised to see this, because this is fear, anxiety, insomnia, nightmares, deep unhappiness, feeling hopeless. It's that energy of depression and feeling traumatized by it all, you know, not being able to cope. It's the inability to cope for what's happened. So you guys definitely had some painful experiences in this partnership. Nine of Swords, Ten of Swords, they're both really difficult energies. It's not easy to go through this. So clearly you guys have had some rough patches in your relationship, but you can overcome this. You've got the energy of the Sun to restore the happiness here. And then the Hierophant, this person is ready to commit to you. Maybe they weren't the committing type before, or they were really bad at commitment and they didn't want to settle down the last time you guys were together. But I feel a shift here, and maybe that's why we have a yes presenting itself here. You know, it's one of those things. It's like, will you marry me? Yes. Okay. So it could turn into that perhaps the timing will eventually be right, and you guys will be able to build a life together. All right. So let's go ahead and grab some dialogue messages here. We'll start off with the Divine Feminine Confessions deck. This is by Bridget of Divine Essentials. All right. So Divine Feminines, what is it that you want to say to your masculine at this point in time here? What do you want to say? Okay, what do we have here? I'm afraid you'll laugh at me if I tell you everything I'm holding back. Okay, so my feminines, you're holding back from your masculine. Maybe there's a reason for that. Maybe you're not comfortable in speaking up right now, or really expressing your truth or what's in your heart. You've given me the most pleasure I've ever experienced. I crave more. Okay, so those intimate moments that you've shared with each other, my feminines, you're wanting more of that with the masculine. Clearly that's coming through. What else, please? Angels and spirit guides. For Capricorn, focusing on the Divine Feminine. There's so much trauma and abuse for me to heal from. I'm worried you won't ever want me because I'm taking too long to heal damage you didn't cause. Okay. So for some of you guys, it is the feminine who might have experienced all of this trauma and abuse. It could have been the feminine who was misguided. Could have also entered into unhealthy situations, either through third-party situations or just really other toxic type interactions with other people. So that's something that some of you guys are dealing with here. But you know, with two sun energies presenting itself in a reading, Capricorn, I really feel here that despite everything, you guys will be able to work through this and fix it. I've tried to walk away completely so many times now. Something always brings me back to you. You know, that's ultimately because this is your twin flame, my feminines. This masculine will forever be the other half of your soul. I know you care about me even when you pretend not to. I see it in your eyes, feel it from your soul, and see it in your actions with me. So for my very intuitive feminines here, you know in your heart of hearts that this masculine still cares very much for you, even though externally they might not be showing it. And after everything you guys have been through, you know, and that could be contributing to the Two of Swords, maybe because they're not really showing what they're really feeling and you're not quite understanding. So no one's taking any sort of action. So you guys are kind of just at this stalemate vibe. But I don't feel you guys are going to be there forever. Somebody, more than likely my masculines, are going to take action. That's what's presenting itself. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and add to this with some messages from the Thinking Man Oracle. This is my deck, Volume 2, Divine Masculine Messages. So let's go ahead and set the feminine messages aside, and let's give the masculines the opportunity to speak up now. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Capricorn for this bonus reading. Second half of October. All right, masculines, what do you want to say to your feminine? Please answer. It's me. Okay? So for some of you, my feminines, your masculine may be trying to call you, but maybe you're not picking up, or you're not responding either on social media. Maybe they've texted you, emailed you, and you're not responding. Okay? Either you're not ready to talk, or you're just still in healing mode, or maybe there's a part of you that's a little bit apprehensive, but definitely this masculine is wanting to reach out and is hoping that the feminine will respond. I never knew loneliness until you said goodbye. So this is clarification for some of you that it is the feminine that walked away, that said goodbye to this connection, and this masculine feeling very lonely as a result of the separation. Our soul connection scares me. I've never felt these intense emotions in my heart space before. I'm not sure I'm ready. Okay, so I do feel for some of you, your masculine needs a little bit more time. I feel maybe you both need a little bit more time, and you just have to honor that within each other and in the connection. And when the time is right, you know, the sun's energies will step in to help you guys create movement here. I care more than you will ever know, which is so fitting, you know, because we did see that there's a masculine that tends to not really show emotion, but really deep down inside cares very much. And that's why we've got this message, remember, from the feminines. I know you care about me even when you pretend not to. And this masculine is pretty much responding to that. I care more than you will ever know. Lastly, there will never be another love for me like the love I have for you. And maybe feminines, you really needed to know this. I just happened to glance at the bottom of the deck. We can't do in the 5D what I really want to do with you in the 3D. You know, that could certainly be the physical connection. Just being able to be with you, touch you, hug you, kiss you, make love to you. Those intimate moments. They're really thinking about it. They're missing it. Just overall feeling nostalgic about the relationship and wanting to reunite. At the end of the day, restore harmony and reunite. But first order of business is truly healing more than anything. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and grab some messages from my Heart and Soul Love Oracle deck. So angels and spirit guides for Capricorn for this bonus reading, second half of October. What else do we need to know, please? What else? We have inner strength coming through here. I gave my all, everything I had inside me, but it wasn't enough. Was it ever enough? Am I good enough? Why am I standing here heartbroken? I don't deserve this. I'll be all right. I'm strong. This pain is trying to shatter me, but I won't let it. I will overcome. So somewhere along the line, my feminines, you really had to find your inner strength when you guys went into separation. This was not easy for you. I mean, 10 of Swords rarely is. It's a very difficult thing to go through, you know? And so I feel there's no movement here for some of you because you really do need this time apart to heal, to mend your heart. in order to work together. Be on the same page, wanting the same thing, to create a solution to fix what's broken between the two of you. Because this is coming through that it is fated, that you guys are meant to come back together and live a life together long term. We're talking marriage, children, the whole bit. And then we've got lost and found coming through. You have always been my guiding light when I am worried, sad, overwhelmed, uncertain, scared, anxious, depressed, confused. You are always there to help me find my way through this maze called life. I'd be lost without you, and I'm forever grateful that my path led me to you. Yes, I do feel that for the two of you, Capricorn. That without each other, you're both misguided, you know? It's almost like you both represent each other's compass, that without each other, you've kind of lost your way a little bit, you know? And then we've got fragmentary coming through. You and I are pieces to a puzzle that make no sense when we are apart. Incomplete without all the pieces of who we are together. You are the missing piece of my heart. Without you, the masterpiece of my life will forever remain unfinished. And that's pretty much what I was just saying. Without the other, you're lost, you're incomplete, you know? Wow. Let's grab a couple more here. And, you know, I've always said in my readings that you shouldn't need anyone to complete you, because you yourself are a complete person. And that somebody comes into your life to simply complement your life rather than complete you. But, you know, what's coming through here clearly, Capricorn, is that without each other, it's almost like something is missing. There's this void that has been left behind as a result of the two of you not being together right now. All right, what else, please? We have cozy coming through. Loneliness can feel so cold when we allow ourselves to wallow in that darkness. It's amazing how uplifting and comforting the right person, the right kind of love is. This is how your love makes my heart feel. Warm, loved, cherished, even on the coldest of days. So they are wanting you to really understand this, Capricorn. That's how you make them feel. And then we've got ascension coming through as well. We've hit rock bottom. We have nowhere to go but up. We've already been through the storm, the hard times, the gut-wrenching conversations. The reality of this is that we still love each other. Let's get back into our divine alignment. I'm ready to experience the highest level of unconditional love with you. Let's do this. And you know, when you experience a 10 of Swords energy in a relationship, you pretty much have reached rock bottom. And the only way to go is up. All right, Capricorn. So let's continue. Let's see where this journey of love is going to take you and your person. We already know you guys are fated to be together. So this is the Journey of Love decks, volume 1 and 2. I have combined them. This is another deck by Bridget of Divine Essentials. So let's see what else Capricorn needs to come through. We have confusion, but you have grown from that confusion, okay? So I'm not surprised, actually, that this was the very first card coming forward. Misguided energy. The Two of Swords is confusion. That's why there is no movement. That's why there is a stalemate. But you guys will grow from that. You will learn and you will move on from that type of energy. And then there's this karmic vibe presenting itself. This taught us our lessons. That could very well represent the blessings of those lessons here. And if there is no movement, if you guys are still stuck, that's because those karmic lessons have not been completed. So give it some time. And then we've got illuminate. Thank you for being you, my light in the darkness. Okay. And it's interesting because going back to this cozy message, remember, loneliness can feel so cold when we allow ourselves to wallow in that darkness. Okay. And so you represent that illuminated path for your person, or vice versa. You know, so this next card is Justice. I'm ready to leave and bring you balance. Okay, what is it that they're getting ready to leave? Another situation, a third party situation, or just a phase of their life that's kind of left them being stagnant. There was no movement. Clearly there still isn't for some of you, you know, but they want to be able to restore balance in this partnership, Capricorn. So that's a really good thing. And then we have Expressive. I can't hold back anymore. There's so much that they want to be able to express to you. And maybe they have held back, you know, that they perhaps feel it wasn't the right time, or maybe they were afraid to reach out. But, you know, it's just a matter of time before they really tell you how they're really feeling. And then we have Humor. I love how you can always make me laugh. So when you guys are together, lots of fun times, lots of laughter. And then we've got Isolated. I'm empty without you. You see? So there is that fragmentary energy. You and I are pieces to a puzzle that make no sense. When we are apart, they feel empty without you. You're like that missing link in their life. And you guys are coming through as twin flames in this reading. They are your true energetic counterpart in this lifetime, Capricorn. And maybe you know that. Maybe you've always known that. So let's close this out, guys, with some messages from my Heart Songs deck. So we'll go ahead and pull some songs here. If you're not familiar with the songs that come through, see if you resonate with the lyrics. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Capricorn for this bonus reading, second half of October. What else do we need to know? What we do know is that this is a fated love that's meant to come back. And you're blessed with the energy of the sun twice. Twice. I Don't Want to Miss a Thing by Aerosmith. Okay? I could stay awake just to hear you breathing. Watch you smile while you are sleeping, while you're far away and dreaming. I could spend my life in this sweet surrender. I could stay lost in this moment forever. Every moment spent with you is a moment I treasure. And they want to have more of those moments with you, Capricorn. This person is coming through letting you know. It's like, I've been away for far too long. I don't want to miss anything else when it comes to you, when it comes to us. And then we have It Must Have Been Love by Roxette. It must have been love, but it's over now. Lay a whisper on my pillow. Leave the winter on the ground. I wake up lonely. This air of silence in the bedroom and all around. Touch me now. I close my eyes and dream away. So what this is telling you here, Capricorn, is first of all, they now realize, since you guys have been in separation, that what they feel for you is love, but you guys had to endure a painful ending, a relationship that broke up. So now here they are waking up lonely without you, and there's this air of silence all around them, and they can't take it. They want you back. This is a song by a group called The Fifth Dimension, if you can believe that. It's one of those old school songs. Like, my dad used to listen to this when I was younger, and I actually liked the song, so I included it. It's called If I Could Reach You. If I knew the magic it would take to love you good enough on the outside and make you feel it on the inside, maybe I could make you stay. So they're definitely wanting to reach you, your heart, what's inside you when it comes to them. And that's what these love chords are tapped into. We have Unchained Melody by the Righteous Brothers. Oh, my love, my darling, I've hungered for your touch a long, lonely time. Time goes by so slowly, and time can do so much. Are you still mine? I need your love. I need your love. Godspeed your love to me. I mean, if this doesn't tell you, Capricorn, if they still want you and love you, this is it. They are hungering for your touch and for your very presence in their life. And lastly, we have Yours by Shy. As I look into your eyes, I often fantasize about your kiss And somehow I just knew that making love to you would be like this. I want to feel my skin against your skin, rub and kiss, and maybe then we can eat each other for dessert, babe. I mean, hello. Very sexual, very fiery, very passionate. And they definitely want more of that with you, Capricorn. It's pretty amazing stuff, you know? But yes, you guys are destined. You are fated to come back together with this person. All right, guys. So that's what I've got for you this time around, Capricorn. Whatever part of this reading made sense for you, I do hope that it offered you some guidance you could use right now. And again, for those who are interested in your own personal private reading, that information is down below, as well as links to all of the card decks that you see here today. Thank you guys so very much, and I'll see you next time.